Hey guys, welcome back to another Living Alive video. Today we're going to be replacing both of my headlight bulbs. It's an H11 is the model number for the headlight bulbs that you'll need to get. Why you'd want to replace both of them is because it'll save you a lot of time. There's no easy way to access the headlight. As you can see in here, you can just see the part of the frame. There's no way to just get in there to the headlight. So what we need to do is first take off these 10 millimeter bolts. There's 8 of them, 2 here, mirrored on the opposite side, 2 there, and then 4 grommets. And I've already kind of pulled them to help speed things along. What you do is get your screwdriver in there and go ahead and pop that up and then pull it out. I have a pry tool that is a lot of help. Here's what that looks like. So you just push that underneath, pry it up. They will fly out at you if you don't pry up the plastic tab. But anyways, so there's 4 of those, and then there's 2 of these specific bolts here that will go in these 2 here. And then we'll go ahead and take this off and I'll show you what to do next. All right, guys, so taking off that plastic cover, set it aside, left the bolts inside, divide it up. Then what you're gonna want to do is go ahead and grab right under here and just start yanking. You gotta be a little aggressive. It's okay to be. Go over to this side, do the same thing. Let me switch hands here. You can see down in there, if you're working on it, there's a groove. This one's being more stubborn. There we go. All right, guys, so you'll want to make sure that your car tire is pointed away from the side that you're working on. So if you're working on the right, point that tire into the left. Take your handy dandy grommet puller. There's 4 here. You're gonna take out these 3 here, and there will be one right there. And then there is a 10 millimeter bolt that is angled right up into here. And that's where it's fun. You might want to get on the ground and look up into it. It will be at an angle. Taking off this one was a pain in the arse, and it took me quite some time. But getting an angle definitely helps. I've replaced these headlights, the bulbs anyways, one time before this, and something that I had forgotten. But anyway, so once we get those taken off, you're just gonna reach in here and you yank it, and there goes your fender, or excuse me, your front bumper. And for the headlight assembly, this one here, 10 millimeter, another 10 millimeter, right, see here, right there, right at the fingertip there. There. All right, guys, so yep, just those 2 here. The 2 10 millimeter bolts, so one there. And then what I found to be most helpful is that you'll take it from this side and pull it down, and then move the front bumper and kind of tug on that. And I'll need to use probably 2 hands for this, but you're gonna just take it out, and I'll show you guys here in a sec what that looks like. All right, guys, to be honest, it's much easier to just pull off both sides and then work on it. That way you aren't fighting with the front bumper to get off the 2 bolts on each one. Okay, and so just go into the back here. This is your low beam, high beam, and then turn signal right down there. You'll just crack it like that, and the bulb will come free, and swap it out. And then to put it back, make sure first that your headlights are fitting snugly. And what you'll see is that there's this little, let me try to turn up the brightness here. This plastic piece in the headlight housing fits up under this little bulge here. And I would say first make sure that the little pin back here goes in like that. Make sure that's in there first. And then kind of bring it in the front underneath that bulge and fit it up under there. Shove it into the back, and it should go on there snugly. Then just hand tighten the screws and get it going. Next up, I would say just be aware that these need to go into right above this black plastic piece. And then there's these two fins that will need to go into here. For some reason, I only have one of these. So this will go below this bottom plastic part here. And yep, I would probably say it's best to lift it up and over, and then latch these into here first, and then push that onto it and put everything back together. So yeah, start with these two here, lift it over. This should be over the black metal piece. I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's all put back together. All right, guys, so I got the plastic cover on the top put back on there. All the grommets on the side with the 10 millimeter bolt put back on each side. And as you can see, both headlights are working great. Don't have to worry about getting it center because they actually did do a good job designing that. When you put in the light bulb into the housing. So yeah, that's another project completed. Thanks for watching.